It's no secret that WWE wrestlers have a grueling schedule. They wrestle several days a week and are on the road traveling for the rest, so it's no surprise that injuries happen regularly. At times, they can occur at the worst possible timing, as a top WWE superstar can reportedly suffer an injury during its most significant months of the year, that being the road to Wrestlemania. It's bad enough when lower card superstars are injured, but when it happens to some of the biggest superstars on the roster, there is cause for concern. After eliminating Braun Strowman at the Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins managed to stamp his ticket to WrestleMania 35 and recently confirmed on Monday Night Raw that he will face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. However, Rollins has suffered a mild setback, as it's been reported that he's been suffering with an injury and dealing with it ever since Brock Lesnar attacked him on Raw last week. Rollins was scheduled to wrestle at a WWE live event in Saskatoon, Canada, but at the last minute, he was replaced by Dean Ambrose in a fatal 4-way match against Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor, and Drew McIntyre with the title on the line. Interestingly enough, Ambrose worked the night as a babyface. This report came from John Pollock of PostWrestling.com, who mentioned, "He is off live events for the time being and not expected to be used on Raw this Monday to recover. We were told that he will only be doing promos with no physicality for the next month on television." So it's clear from this news that Rollins will not be wrestling at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, which is scheduled to take place in just 2 weeks' time. It's not been confirmed whether he was scheduled to have a match, but it's likely he would have been left off the card anyway, since he already has his guaranteed championship match at Mania, and the pay-per-view mainly serves to determine a number 1 contender for the WWE Championship. It's expected that Rollins will recover in time for both the dual-branded Fastlane pay-per-view and his match at WrestleMania, but that's assuming he doesn't re-aggravate the injury. Not only this, but there were a number of other wrestlers who were supposed to work the live event, but were pulled off at the last minute, one being Sasha Banks. You'll recall the legit boss did all she could to try and put down Ronda Rousey at a chance to win the Raw Women's Championship for a 5th time at the Royal Rumble, and while she obviously came well prepared as she managed to almost counter everything Rousey threw at her, making sure to avoid her deadly armbar and instead countering with her own, Rowdy Ronda managed to prevail by executing the Piper's Pit on her for the 3 count, retaining the championship. Now, it wasn't obvious, but Banks reportedly suffered an injury during the match. Pollock reported, "Sasha Banks was not cleared after her match with Ronda Rousey last Sunday at the Royal Rumble, but she is expected to be cleared for Monday's Raw and a tag match with Bayley against Nikki Cross and Alicia Fox." The phenomenal one AJ Styles was also advertised to wrestle at the Canadian live event, but as Pollock reported in his own words, Styles was dinged up. Similar to Banks, his injury is reported not to be serious and should be cleared for this week's SmackDown Live. What is a little sketchy is the reports on Becky Lynch being injured, as she too was advertised to appear at the event, but was absent from the card, suffering from a supposed knee injury. We say supposed because when she took the bump at the Royal Rumble, she initially sold her right knee, limping around the ring. However, once the referee quietly informed her she was selling the wrong knee, she switched over, selling her left, the correct knee. This has many fans speculating that her injury is kayfabe and will only add to the storyline between her, Rousey and Charlotte Flair. We at Wrestlelamia wish Rollins a speedy recovery, and as always, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.